Okay, here I am in Barkoff Park next to the baseball field, and there's also a soccer field, and there's a little homeless camp not very far from here, which surprised me. But I just wanted to talk something again about personal agency. One of the things when I was growing up as a kid and like in high school, getting good grades was very important. It was very important to your place in society that you would have an inferior place and be regarded as an inferior person if you didn't succeed in school. So there was tension between succeeding in school and doing well in athletics and doing well in mechanical work and so forth, ordinary work, having good work habits. There was some tension, and manual labor and that kind of thing. And the ideal person in my mind was somebody who was good at all of it. So I tended to want to affiliate with people who were the best role models, and then not be willing to interact with people who weren't, generally speaking, unless I could interact with the people who were. And so that sort of sets up a layer of meritocracy, which can become toxic. You were going to be in real trouble if you didn't, teachers had real power over you as to how you did on tests and so forth, final exams. And we soon would have the Vietnam War draft, and of course student deferments, and teachers could decide who literally might become fodder in the Vietnam War. And I was actually part of that as an assistant instructor. So that's how it was. No wonder you have critical theory that comes along and says society is not based on truth. It's based on power, and in any society you have the oppressed and the oppressors, and so the oppressed need to rise up so that things are more equal, because in a liberal individualistic society will lead to inequity, not just inequality, but to inequity. And the people who don't make it will simply become subordinate or not really have a very good reason to live, And yeah, it's a very disturbing way of looking at the world, I agree, and it's quite troubling. The fact that there's meritocracy makes the world interesting, and that you can value people because they do better makes the world more interesting. But it means, what does it happen then with people who lose? There's just a logical problem. And so, not surprising that you would see a Marxist kind of theory now with race sort of replacing class or other intersectional classes, simply besides just economic class, and trying to look at anyone who does well as an individual as an oppressor, and trying to make people live through their social connections with others and not with what they can do for themselves. It's a very disturbing thing. But yeah, I wanted to just talk about that today, as we'll get into personal agency again soon. Thanks.